Welcome, Jonathan. I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone here at Soho House when we say we're really looking forward to speaking to you this evening.
Thank you and hello.
So, Jonathan, you ended up at St Martin's.
Yes.
What was the scene like then, and can you remember your first day?
I can certainly remember my first day. I arrived at St Martin's for my interview with holes, quite literally holes in my shoes, on the night bus. I bought the ticket for £1. I had no aspirations of getting in, to be honest. The chap in before me in my interview was head to toe in Louis Vuitton in several colours, and was boasting about how incredible his portfolio was, which was a tad less scruffy than mine, let's say. He was in Louise's office for about 3 minutes and the folio came out flying before him.
I can imagine.
So I was a little nervous just before I went in, and then she proceeded to take the mickey out of my accent. So I thought there's absolutely no way I'm getting into this college, but I did. And what's great about Louise is she takes people from different fields. You know, I was very much textiles orientated. I didn't have much experience in terms of pattern cutting or working on silhouettes or anything like that, but I loved research and I loved concepts and I loved ideas, and my folio was very much about that. So she took a risk with me for sure. But I was so nervous throughout the first whole couple of months of the whole process.
Your career trajectory was pretty steep after leaving St Martin's, and just a few years later you find yourself showing in New York for a few seasons. I'd love to know the difference between that experience and showing back in London today.
Well, yes, I mean New York is very, very different. I think what's amazing about being a London-based designer is that you start from your bedroom, before you know it, you're on style.com and you're being reviewed by people like Sarah Moore or, these fantastic journalists. It puts you out there for sure. New York is a very different, very much more business-orientated. The designers start there with businesses, with an infrastructure, with a whole team, whereas, from our side of things, we're all making our first production season ourselves by hand. It's not so important to stay put these days. I think the globalisation of anything that you do, that you put out there, it's because of the internet, so amazing, and it's really opened it up to the public, I suppose. So the public's impression is really important as a journalist's perspective on your collection. It was a brilliant experience to do. It was an eye-opener in terms of what you have to do to be able to sell your clothes in America, and I loved the experience and loved coming home. When I first graduated, Lee McQueen was an amazing support. He appreciated what I'd done with my collection. He's very much appreciated what is involved in any kind of technical process. He knew how complicated it was to create prints. I mean, he was an amazing guy. Lee was really important. And Lulu Kennedy, who started up Fashion East, is an inspiration to so many designers. I mean, she's never been driven by the financial side of fashion. Her key is really to push designers and promote designers. And the first person I met was Lulu, and she gave me £5,000 to do my first show. And so that was, she was an amazing person, amazing support. People don't really realise that the kind of spit and sawdust side of what we do, and especially at the beginning. I think I did my first collection, was on the front cover of Vogue, and all of a sudden I had all of these orders from Harrods and Selfridges and Liberties, and all of these stores had ordered these pieces. Was in the middle of January, was still making these things and realised, oh God, I've got a new show to do in the next 4 weeks. So that collection was possibly the worst collection I've ever done. Autumn/Winter 05 was probably one of my worst experiences.
You shed enough pain.
Yeah. I mean, I'm an ambitious person. Whenever you do a collection, you want to do something new, you want to improve it, you want to change it, and I think if you didn't have that kind of approach, then you wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Thanks for talking to us.